decided for my previous speech, I was going to up the clichéness level by quoting some of the best clichés of all time. Like, if passion drives you, let reason hold the reins. Live life to the fullest. What makes you different makes you beautiful. And what would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? These are just some of the thousand of the biggest clichés of all time, and they are all true and thought-provoking. Yet, clichés are all given a bad rep, despite the truth in their message. I think that the biggest cliché is, live every day like it's your last. We are always encouraged to have and live our lives with passion, for whatever our heart desires, yet many of us do not. We've all been victims of regret at least once in our lives. Call me a hypocrite, but I hate the phrase, I wish I had. FJ showed me an article recently that listed 4 of the biggest regrets of all time. So many people will write about how they wish they had done something else. Is this really how we want to live our lives, in regret? I would like to think not, because we are Ridleyians, and so, therefore, we are meant to strive for the best and live with passion. For those of you who don't know me very well, I'm a pretty shy person, and my face turns red very quickly when a lot of people stare at me. This is why my face is probably bright red right now. In my grade 11 law class, it was a game for many people like Gru, Chelsea, and Mario to see how quickly my face would turn red. Even though my face turns abnormally red when I have to speak in front of a crowd, I have decided that this will never hold me back from speaking up for women's rights, which is a passion of mine. It took me a while to realize that I wanted to speak up when injustices are done to women, for I believe I wanted to become a spy or a princess, and I still do. I was lucky that I was able to discover what I was passionate about sometime last year, when after 5 years I still couldn't get an article I had once read out of my head. 5 years ago, my family and I traveled to Mexico for our vacation. I'd been looking forward to a week away from school and having some time to relax. By the second day of my holiday, I had a sunburn and had convinced myself an afternoon of beauty at the spa resort with Halo Blooms. Flipping through the magazines in the waiting room, my attention was drawn to an article about Bears Fugee, a Somalian refugee who narrowly escaped the UK in an attempt to flee from a forced marriage, continual physical abuse at the hands of her family and community. Deirdre's life had been overcome by terror, violence, and extreme isolation. I remember the printed word searing itself into my memory, infibulation, or genital female mutilation. I was horrified and immediately struck by the chasm that separated me and my experiences from others and their experiences in other parts of the world. Here I was, in my plush, white terry spa bathrobe, awaiting an aloe vera rub, while others were brutalized daily, physically mutilated, and denied food and an education. I closed the magazine and left the spa. I needed to know more. The impact of Deirdre's life has stayed with me and has prompted me to pursue studies and involvement in human rights organization and international law. Her story is not like the stories of so many others. I want to be a part of the process and worldwide effort that works to ensure that these stories will not be the stories of the future. Everyone take a look at the person beside you. I know that sitting next to you is an ambitious person. Why? Because you chose to come to one of the best preparatory schools in the country and be another awesome cliché, a better you, a Ridleyan. Enjoy and learn from the friendships and the moments you create. Here at Ridley, we are given the opportunity and encouraged to do what we are passionate about, tear us down the bosom, a phrase that means we are meant to be consumed in service. We, at Ridley, have the ability to go far. We are going to be movers and shakers of the world in whatever we do. We will win heavily, put on outstanding productions, play sports with heart, music with passion, as evidenced here in chapel last night. Ridley has allowed me and you to connect with your passions. It is hard work at times and difficult to push through when times get stressful. But at the same time, I'm having fun. I'm sure you've all heard the stories. But again, I'm sounding cliche because I have to say that my career here at Ridley has been a passionate one. Be passionate about your schooling, time, and friends, and your future life, especially grade 12s, as we only have 165 days left till graduation. Whether you have regret and made mistakes, you know what you need to do to be successful. Passion can come from anywhere, a person, events, or even a Mary Claire article. You just have to find it. Typical prefects like to make shout-outs to their friends during their speech, but I'd like to make a shout-out to people who continue to show passion and have encouraged me to pursue mine. Daniela, Beth, Candace, Haley, Cam, Nick, Seabass, Owen, Umper, my brother Norm, my sister Maggie, Miss Thomas, Miss Scott, Mr. Brzezicki, and FJ. All people who continue to pursue their passion, whether it is acting, rowing, singing, being French, or being the next Steve Jobs, doctor, or more. What is your passion and cliche that motivates you? I'm sure you have one too, and if you don't, then you just have to dig a little deeper. Remember to always be passionate, because when you do, you'll have the tools to back you, and your passion will drive you forward. So always remember, if passion drives you, that reason hold the reins. Live life to the fullest. What makes you beautiful makes you different. Just enjoy your time, or what is left, and be passionate about living your dream, and think about what would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail. Finally, I will leave you with a modern-day cliche, one spoken by the best president since Clinton. Obama said, "Making your mark on the world is hard. If it were easy, everybody would do it. But it's not. It takes patience, it takes commitment, and it comes with plenty of failure along the way. The real test is not whether you avoid this failure, because you won't. It's whether you let it harden or shame you into inaction, or whether you learn from it, whether you choose to persevere." Thank you.